Now, let me ask you this again. How long will it take if one should apply before the person receives the loan?
From application process, screening, through all the processes, it shouldn't take more than a month for you to.
So we are looking at 4 weeks.
The process, but of course, this is going to come from the E-levy. You know, the 3 main things we said we're going to use E-levy for: road infrastructure, youth employment.
This is coming from the E-levy.
It is coming from the E-levy.
Are we receiving enough money from the E-levy that we can be able to crop up 10 billion? From
the projections we are getting, we should be able to get the support, but not all the 10 billion, again, is also coming from government. This is an arrangement with the private sector, you know, counterpart funding with the banks and then the development partners. So
what's the percentage that the banks and the private sector are taking? What's the percentage?
So,
and what's the percentage the government is taking?
So for the commercial model, for instance, now the banks will be bringing 30% of the total fund and government will be providing 70%. So
we are getting 70%. So we are getting 7 billion from E-levy.
That is not all. There will be a component which may also come from the development partners like the World Bank and the other development partners.
So we are not looking at the 7 billion coming from the government.
So government may provide, let's say, around 5 billion, and we can have the rest coming from the private sector and then the development partners. So we are looking at raising 5 billion Ghana cedis through E-levy to do YouStart. So if we don't raise... And this is for a 3-year period, remember, it's not just for the first year. And
but
it's not cast in stone, you know. It can also happen that government may not be able to get that much.
That's what I was going to ask you.
We will get the deficit from the private sector or the development part.
Have you agreed with the private sector that if we don't raise a 5 billion Ghana cedis from E-levy, you are going to pay so that we can raise a 10 billion? Have they agreed to it?
The banks are happy. They are on board. The Ghana Association of Bankers, they are going to sign an MOU of government. With government, I think Mr. John Awuah, who is president of the Ghana Association of Bankers, came on Joy to speak about it recently. And they will be the best people to speak to this. But they are ready to support government to roll out this program.